Alrighty, my friends. Hey, Spectre, thank you for the 36 months of subbage, my friend. That's awesome. Does that make 3 years? Yeah. 12 times 3 is 36. 3 years of subbage. That's awesome, Spectre. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for the bits, Chopsy Doodle. Okay. Alright, here we go. So 8 realms in 8 months. Our clues are... Let me close a bunch of stuff here. I'm going to be opening a bunch of these things, I'm sure. I think our clues are the postcards. I want to have them all up potentially at the same time. Okay. So let's go in order. The first one is Orinda Aries. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order? What route? Where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. So, it seems like it starts in Orinda Aries. 1412112L. I don't know if there's dates here or not. That actually doesn't look like a date. So Orinda Aries is the same as Fen Aries. Let me get my map out again, actually. Didn't I have a map of both, of the entire world somewhere? I don't want to have both these maps open. I thought I had a map that showed the entire world somewhere. This has all the world, but it has the symbols. Alright, I'll keep that as my reference. I think I remember, I think it's Fen / Orinda Aries, Araja, Archaries, Morajai, Nuance, Vera, and Korrika, I think. Alright. So I think it starts at Orinda Aries. So, postcard. Second one was, I think, Fen Aries, right? This last postcard, sitting at my desk at home. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we end back in Fen Aries. Although, can I choose if it's upper or lower? Because he said something about starting south. So I think that's how it ends. I think it's something like that. You're doing well. How's life treating you? You just finished moving in your new flat. It took 6 weeks to settle. The music is really jazzy. Oh, you not watch this game? Blueprints is a really cool game. Life's going well. I have a lot of new stuff going on that I'm enjoying, so I appreciate it. Life's going pretty well for me, even though I'm not streaming FTL as much. Maybe that's why it's going better. The road has taken me south. I don't know if Orinda Aries is south of, like, the mansion we're in. I was wondering if that would give me a hint as to where we go next. So, what's south of this? If I look at the map, south would be Araja. Let's go to the Araja, if that's the second one. Postcard Araja. I was a little disappointed there's not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Arajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. Because the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that add the countryside make this place feel different than home. Loria Yena, Audior Lune. Man, I don't know how I'm going to be able to tell the order. So you think I just got to read through them, maybe? Well, let's see here. Let's see. Archaries, we arrived here after a few days of sailing. sailing. Arch Ares sailed from somewhere. So that definitely, I don't think means we went there from where we started. Let me see. Made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Ares is a destination with which I'm well acquainted, having traveled through countless times on business for Cinca. I'll avoid the familiar towns, instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Well, I guess they could have sailed here across. Looks like there's a little bit of water separating. But that shouldn't be a few days of sailing if they were just crossing over like a river or whatever. So I don't... Damn it, I did not mean to click on that. Can I take this off of the bar? Go away. I feel like that wouldn't be a few days, but I don't know. I think that's not second, though. I don't think it's Arch Ares. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence. I find myself regretting having brought so many books. It's the first realm I have visited without porters. Here every person is expected to carry their own belongings. So it sounds like this is later on in the trip. So, okay, he came to Kororika after Vera. Okay. Kororika is after Vera. That's a useful clue. Fen Ares is last. What country is associated with sailing? I believe it's Morajai. After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morajai last night in good spirits. I think Morajai might be second. People are belligerent in their politeness after spending a full day among the Jairel. I am just as afraid of eating their dish as I am of rejecting their offers. Is the Jairel, is that the people in Morajai? It must be, right? Yeah, I think it must be. I may try to sneak away tomorrow and spend some time alone with my books. I've noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They each have been short on solitude. Well, this is the second one. It seems weird for him to say, I have noticed each realm I've visited has one thing in common. So it seems like maybe Morajai isn't second. But it does seem that maybe Morajai was before Arch Ares. Few days of sailing. So it seems like Morajai to Ares. Morajai to Arch Ares. But I don't know if Morajai... After a short sea voyage. This is Morajai. Short sea voyage could be from here, maybe, which would be Araja. It feels like maybe Araja is second. Araja to Morajai to Arch Ares. That's what I'm gathering so far. Kororika is after Vera. Let's look at Vera. Entire continent used to have railroads until Fen Ares destroyed them in the middle. Okay. Vera. Is this Vera? After a short sea voyage, we arrived on the main island of Morajai last night. Wait. Did I name this wrong? Oh, crap. I don't think I have the Morajai one. I mean, the Vera one. Morajai... Oh, I did Morajai twice. Jesus. I need to Google the Vera postcard. Blueprints, Vera postcard. Okay, here, I'm cheesing a little bit because somehow I just copied and pasted it wrong. Alright, here's the Vera. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I have deeply loved my time here at Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless as I have gotten older. I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is lent one of these hard-shell friends for the duration of their stay, to serve as both steed, guide, and companion. I am still under the spell of island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Morajai. So it looks like it's Morajai to Vera. Vera is here. And then I'm pretty sure it was Vera to Korrika. Yes, Vera to Korrika. Korrika is this one. That's Vera, that's Korrika. Okay. I think my... I'm not sure if I'm right now, but that's okay. What am I looking for? What's this one? That is nuance. Let's read the nuance one. All right, nuance. By far my favorite realm I visited during this trip. I've always had a penchant for technology. I'm less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Korrika or the beaches of Morajai. Perhaps I'm just letting my childhood love of Dirigiblock compromise my objectivity. From the shops I visited, seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags. Okay, this looks like this is where we go before we go back home. So that's got to be 7. Has to be after Korrika or Morajai. Well, it's the next to last one, so... Have I read all of them now? Rinda Aries, Vera, Morajai, Fen Aries, Araja, Korrika, Arch Aries. So I feel like I'm missing something. This is Arch Aries. Let me read Arch Aries again. We arrived here after a few days of sailing. That's all we get after a few days of sailing. Could I get there from here in a few days of sailing? If that were right, I feel like something would happen. I think we need a list. Well, let me go. Where can I put this? Where can I keep track of things? Let's do it here. Let's do a new thing. This is the 8 realms, 8 months clues. Let's put them in order here. So let's put what we know for sure. Arch Aries. Arch Aries arrived after few days of sailing. Korrika after directly from Vera. Korrika directly arrived directly from Vera. Arch Aries' postcard mentions it would have been easier if there were still railroads, which means you had to sail instead of taking the train. I guess so. Let me write all these things down before you all start telling me what I'm missing. Let me write these down. Nuance. Okay, I think it has to be sometime after Korrika and Morajai, directly before Fen Aries, I would say. So Morajai and Korrika. Nuance. Nuance. Sometime after Korrika and Vera, or no, was it Morajai it said? Korrika and Morajai. Morajai directly before returning to Fen Ares. Okay. Fen Ares is last. Last postcards. That one's easy. Just Fen Ares last. Orinda Ares first. Those are pretty straightforward, I think. I'm not reading chat right now because I want to figure this out on my own, and I feel like I'm getting hints and people telling me what they think right now. Araja. I feel like I got nothing here at all. Not been a drop of rain. What is Lordja? Maybe this is my hint and I have to look up stupid Arajan language again. I do not like that. Again, I'm not reading chat. I know you all are talking right now. I'm purposefully not reading it. Sorry if you are trying to tell me all the clues right now. There's too much crap here, man. Postcard Araja. Lordja Yenna Ajlor Lune. The hell does that mean? Lorja is... Ja is last. It's just so annoying to have to do this. Ja is last. Aj is first. Last. Aj is first. What is lore? Lore is word. So word. Word last. First word. Yenna. What does Yenna mean? Do I know what Yenna means? I don't think we know anything about Yenna. Lune. Do we have anything about Lune? Water. First word. Water. Archer's postcard mentions it would have been easier if there were still railroads, which means he had to sail instead of taking the train. All right, you're just telling me answers now, Vito. You should know where 7 and 8 are, no problem. Think I'm doing pretty well, thank you. First word water, last word Yenna. I don't know what Yenna means. I feel like there's no time frame for Araja, which is what's throwing me off. All right, if anybody knows what Yenna means, let me know, because I don't feel like I can figure it out from what I know. Okay, let me go back to what I was doing. Arch Ares, Costa Rica, nuance. So I need where's the Morajai one? Morajai. Short sea voyage, we arrived in Morajai. That's all we got. After a short sea voyage, we arrived in Morajai. Okay. Morajai arrived after short sea voyage. Araja, nothing. We got no clues for Araja. 2, 3, 6, 7. So the last one is, what's the last one I'm missing? Vera. And Vera, Looks like the weather. I'm still under spell of Island Life. Even the weather here is much more severe than it was in Morajai. I think Vera has to be directly after Morajai. I think directly after Morajai. Okay, so can we figure this out with these clues? We start in Orinda Aries. Is Morajai a short sea voyage? Morajai. Where is Morajai? Morajai is... Oh my god. Let me write, god damn it, the names of the places here. Fen Aries. Araja. Arch Aries. This is Nuance. This is... I'm terrible at geography in real life, man. And fake effing geography in a video game with lore is breaking my brain. What is this one? This one's Costa Rica. It's like made up words. This isn't Nuance, is it? This is Vera. This one's Vera. This one is Nuance. I think that's right. And then this is Morajai. Okay. Okay, I think that's my reference point. So we start in Orinda Aries, then we make a short sea voyage. Maybe that is to Arch Aries. So maybe it's short sea voyage to here. To Arch Aries. A few days of sailing. And then I guess we could probably take a short sea voyage from Arch Aries to Morajai. 1, 2, 3. And then Morajai. Nuance is after Costa Rica and Morajai. Costa Rica is directly from Vera. Vera, why do I have nothing for Vera? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Vera is directly after Morajai. Okay, so that would be there. Is that Vera? That's Vera. Okay. Vera. Nuance is after Costa Rica. Costa Rica is directly from Vera. Costa Rica, is that Costa Rica? Yes. Costa Rica is 5. After Costa Rica, I think it must be a Raja after Costa Rica. Oh, man. You like geography. Well, maybe I just need to ask chat because I feel like I'm not getting this. 1, 7, and 8, I'm sure are right. I'm sure that 1, 7, and 8 are right. The order of 3, 4, 5, I think is right. What if I swapped 6 and 2? No. Raja and Arch Aries are throwing me off, man.
Thanks for subscribing.
Sub Pseudo Drifter, thank you for the 22 months sub. Appreciate it. Orinda Aries is first. Raja, we have no effing clue. Arch Aries is after a few days of sailing. I mean, it feels like it should be this. Maybe we go to... Maybe it goes from here to Araja. Maybe it does that. Is that right? Nothing's happening. Have I got the main map with the names? You're not sure I've got the names right on the thing I just wrote. Oh, God. Okay. I thought I did. Maybe I got them wrong. I don't have a main map other than Split. Arch Ares, Arinda, Fen Ares, Araja. Crap, that's nuance. You're right. I do have the things wrong. Damn it. That's what's throwing me off, probably. I was going by the symbols written in, and the symbols are wrong on this page. This is nuance. Crap. Well, that would be helpful. I wanted them all on one page. Morjai, Top, Vera, Korrika. Well, that would be my problem. I had Morjai and Nuance swapped, I think. Telling you, man, I suck at geography. There, that should hopefully fix it. Is that right? Vera, Korrika. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, so now that I know that this is nuance, now I gotta go back through this again. So we go... So I think we go up here correctly. I did it by the kid's answers and he got some wrong. Yeah, I thought I had written in the correct symbols on that one, but I probably had a different map where I wrote the symbols in. All right, one is Orinda Ares. Second, few days of sailing could be to Arch Ares. I don't actually know. I still know nothing about when Araja happens. Morjai now is a short few days of sailing. Oh, man. Oh, my brain is breaking right now. Why the F does Araja have no clues on it? That's what I want to know. Is there really nothing here? I was a little disappointed there's been not a drop of rain during my time here, as every Arajan story I've ever heard has begun with rain. Suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel better than home. Last word Yenna, first word water. I don't know what this means. Clue for Araja is on the first note. The first note is Orinda Ares. Eight realms, 8 months. The objective was simple enough. In what order, what route, where do I start? Question like these are the one I tend to ignore. In the True Spirit Adventure, I have departed both map and plan and gone south. See, I saw this, I've gone south. I thought that was telling me that Orinda Ares was south of his mansion. Visiting a fragment of the old kingdom. A landmark as black in realm as it is in name. Araja isn't black color, is it? See, all the stuff about being black I thought was the Orinda Ares reference. Is this landmark as black in realm as it is in name and a story I feel closely connected to? I don't know. I think maybe... Did this guy have a wife? He didn't have a wife, did he? I know that the mistress is Arajan, but I don't know if that's... Now I'm just confused. So I guess maybe is it we go down to Araja and then we go up to Arch Ares? Speaking of obtuse clues, by the way. I mean, I guess we go south to Araja, and then because there's no train, we have to take a short couple-day sailboat to here. Maybe it's that. Okay, so Arch Ares. What does Arch Ares say? After a few days of sailing. Morjai is after a short sea voyage. Is that a short sea voyage from Arch Ares to Morjai? Maybe. What was the order after Morajai? Vera directly after Morajai, and Vera's down there. And then Vera is... Karika's directly after Vera. Oh, there it is, finally. Okay. That was frickin' geography. Not my favorite. Okay. Rand, you don't like any puzzles in this game. Well, these later puzzles I'm definitely having a hard time with, that's for sure. Certified copy, property deed, Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Oravai of Trinsdale. A new Finn Clark Stationers, Reddington Fenaries, satisfied of record, and a bunch of numbers. Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, does grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Oravai of Trinsdale, the land, forests, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Holly Leaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods, flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80 acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags, and abutting the east by the high road to Tanner Fork. Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise, and agree with Lady Oravai? Thought that was an L. Oravai, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, that I have good right to sell and convey the same to the said Lady Oravai, her heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal I make my mark in the grand year of Fenaries, 1912, Lord Arthur Clementine. Lady Oravai of Trinsdale. That would be Baroness Oravai. So she was bequeathed the land. So she owns the land that the estate is on. Interesting. Lady Oravai of Trinsdale. The last will and testament of me, Herbert S. Sinclair. They had electric key cards in 1912? No, I'm pretty sure they built this after 1912. We're in the year 1990 something, I think, in the present day here. All right. Herbert S. Sinclair. Herbert S. Sinclair. That was our great uncle. Didn't I already read his will? Did I not read his will? I thought I did. I guess they made changes to his will on the last minute or something. I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I declare that I am not and have never been married and have no children. First, I direct that all my debts and outstanding expenses be paid as soon as after my decease as possible. Secondly, I direct all the servants and staff in my employ at the time of my death shall be granted indefinite leave to be paid out of the reserves of my estate set aside for such occasion, until such time as a new master of Mount Holly bids their return. In the event that the aforesaid reserves for this purpose are depleted before a new master of the estate is found, I direct my executor to make provisions for their future employment, and to do so in a manner that is just and equitable to all parties involved. Thirdly, to my faithful valet, Hartley Ruota, I hereby gift to him the lake house in Trinsdale, I knew about this, as a small measure of gratitude for his many years of unwavering loyalty and devoted service. I direct that my executor take such steps as are necessary to transfer ownership of the said lake house to Hartley Ruota, should use all reasonable efforts to persuade him to accept the same. Furthermore, to my late cousin Tillin's 2 children, Courtney Ferrine and Rygard Ferrine, who have sometimes been impulsive and hasty in their actions, I grant to each a cuckoo clock, set eternally on the sacred hour, for only time will tell when they are ready to slow down enough to appreciate the gifts bestowed upon them with the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. Courtney Ferrine, Rygard Ferrine. Do I know who those people are? I'm not sure if I do. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, who's Lionel Epson? Whoops. Lionel Epson is, I think, his cousin, maybe? I think Baroness was sister to Lord William Epson, and Lionel was his uncle's son, so that would make him, I think, his cousin. I think it's brother-in-law? Clara Epson was married to Simon Sinclair, right? I think they were married. And I think Lion Epson and Clara Epson were the children of Lord William and Lady Ashlyn. So that would make Herbert and Lionel cousins, I think. In the case that Lionel Epson should return from his travels abroad, or in the event that any of his heirs should present themselves, I bequeath to him or them, as the case may be, the diary and its related key, which formerly belonged to his sister Clara Epson, which I have kept in her room and beside her grave, respectively and respectfully. So bequeath them just the diary, okay? In addition, it is my fervent desire that the gallery, along with all the artwork contained within, be bestowed upon the Reddington Museum of Art, including the sculptures, exhibits, and the entire collection of drawings by Christopher Manson, comprised of 4 pieces entitled, here would be the answers for, what are they? Think, ponder, something, and ruminate. They're cousins, and Clary married her cousin. Nah, did she? I think, oh man, maybe you're right. Sinclair, Epson. Oh man, that would be, I mean, royalty does marry their cousin a lot, so maybe you're right, actually. I don't know, I've not read a lot of family trees, so I could be wrong. This generous donation shall be made 1 year hence, following the date of my earthly departure, when it will be removed from Mount Holly's draft pool. Moreover, to the Grand Cathedral of Araja, I bequeath 8 stone statues sculpted in the likeness of the 8 Ajeran angels. Oh, here are the angels: Orinda, Lydia, Rhina, Joya, Dauja, Vea, Milla, and Draxus. Here they are, just spelled out. Let me quickly save that. Save as, because I think there's a puzzle involving the names of the angels. I don't know what it is yet, but angels, all names in will. Wouldn't put it beyond these families, I know, right? These sculpted figures have been in this Sinclair tomb for multiple generations, and even though there has been much debate over their natural numeric order, so there's debate over that, they have nevertheless remained steadfast in their safeguarding of our family's secrets. I trust they will continue to provide the Cathedral of Araja the same level of stewardship. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, and of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly, as a token of the cordial and affectionate friendship which for nearly half a century his grandmother, Clara Epson, has shown me. Clara Epson was very friendly with Herbert S. Sinclair. So I wonder, so Clara Epson and Herbert Sinclair were friends. Simon Sinclair was Clara's husband. So I guess she's his sister-in-law, right? So like Herbert and Simon must be brothers, I assume. Yeah, they talked about growing up together as brothers, Simon and Herbert. Okay, so Clara was Herbert's sister-in-law. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate of Mount Holly. This room, among other things of value, holds the physical deed to the entire estate, as well as many other personal effects and policies of insurance. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I'm confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse, and the above clauses on this page and provisions pertaining to that clause shall be considered null and void, and the rest of my estate shall be disposed of and gifted to the Arindian Heritage Foundation under condition that the house be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions and allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever day shall come first. Wow, okay. As one final gift to my grandson, Simon P. Jones, regardless of whether he finds room 46 or not, I leave and bequeath to him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here under the roof of her childhood home. The preliminary draft copies include Red Prince, which she wrote while visiting the estate during the brightest of her days, and A New Clue, which she penned here during the darkest. I hope that in due time and in the natural order of things, you will come to be content as I have with what little of herself she left us. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March 1993, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay. Well, did we learn anything about that from that? This thing about the black flag seems interesting. So it seems almost like there's somebody been watching us. We got a clue that somebody's been watching us. It feels like somebody's been trying to maybe make it so that we fail getting to room 46. And it might be somebody who's trying to maybe works for the Rindian Heritage Foundation. So they want the estate. So maybe they were trying to stop us from getting to room 46. We do need to figure out the order of the angels, I guess. 110 years. So if you get to day 40,178 and you haven't found room 46, then I don't get my inheritance. Okay. So there's a couple things we need to do. Let's update our to-do list. We're done with the Inner Sanctum clues. We did that. I needed to do the Dead Ends trophy. We did this. We did this. We need to figure out order of angels. We need to do that. And I feel like there's something else. We definitely need to do the dead end thing. Blue tents upgrade. Cost 400 gold. Potentially use Blessing of the Monk and Freezer to build up gold. So we need to do that. I have the order. Yeah, but I don't know if it's the right order, but I guess we can try it. Numeric cores I haven't used yet. You're right. Numeric cores. Numeric cores clue / puzzle. I don't know anything about it yet. Before I leave this room, chat, is there anything I should take a picture of here? I almost wonder if I need to take a picture of this so that I get that number. Because I feel like I've seen a lot of random numbers and I don't know what they're for. I think I will just take a picture of this. Getting into room 46 is kind of a pain, so I don't want to have to come back in here for just looking at a clue. Blueprints, deed, front page number. Because it feels like maybe, I don't know what those cores mean, but I know that there's some math you can do with some numbers to figure out something with the cores. So let's do, how do I want to do this? I can potentially try the Order of Angels, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to draft Freezer to start building up some money. So if we can get Freezer multiple days in a row, that can potentially help us get the blue tents unlock, which would be a good thing to get going here. So let's, for the rest of the day, let's see if we can hit Freezer. That's my main goal, and then go check angel statues. Look at whatever clues we currently have. I could try to gamble for casino money, but eh. What color is the room I'm looking for? It's blue, isn't it? I think Freezer is blue. Freezer has a 24-hour cooldown. That's why the idea to use it is with Monk. Okay. I should have maybe gone shop. Although I don't have... Well, I have the money to buy... something. Wow, these must be the only green rooms I have left. Because it just did the same thing. It's a cooldown. Nice pun. Oh, God. Yeah, I guess it is. I would lose... How many days would I lose? Or how many steps would I lose? I'm on rank 4. I'd lose 12 steps. That's not too bad to get a crap load of keys. Let's do that. Okay, that was more than 12. Lose 3 steps for each rank reached. I thought it was the rank for the room I was in. I guess I've reached rank 8, so it took 24 or something. I don't know. I reached rank 9, so maybe I lost 27, so okay, whatever. It's fine. Punished. Definitely punished, yes. Okay, I don't need any more gems. Let's do mail, since we're doing tomorrow rooms. I'll just do mail. So I kind of need Blessing of the Monk if I'm going to do this freezer thing, it sounds like. So maybe I don't even want to get freezer today, because I'd want another day when I have Blessing of the Monk. I think I made rank 10. Is rank 10? Oh, rank 10 is room 46. Huh? Okay. So actually, maybe I don't want to find freezer room. Let's, There was something I was going to look at for the angels. This. Let's put in the names of the angels. I have this order. Let's put in the names of the angels from... Okay, I need to start closing some stuff. I have just far too many things open here. All the frickin' postcards. One second, chat. Let me clean up a bit here. Okay. Don't need that for now. So, I have the angels' names here. Joya is, I think, the farmer, because she's on the front of the lunchbox. I think it's Joya the farmer. Orindia, we know because of our cloister room. Mila, I've seen a picture of. Was she the chef? Angel Mila. Mila is the maid. Maid. So Mila is the maid. And I saw another one. Rina, Dauja, or Rinda. Dauja is... Wait, that looks like the farmer. Oh, I think I have Joya wrong. Oh, wait. Chef. Yes, I did get that one wrong. Okay. The chef should be Joya, I think. Because she's got a pizza scraper spatula. So Joya is the chef. Dowager is the... Yeah, I actually can see the picture of him, can't I? Rinna's got the hoe. So this one's Rinna right here. R-Y-N-A, is that how you spell that? I think that's how you spell that. Yes. And then Dowager is the farmer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 2 more. 8 angels. Holy crap, we're even missing an image of an angel. So we have the, what do you call this? Chimney sweep and a horse riding one. Read the names and I'll know the 8th. Okay. Orinda, Lydia. I don't have Lydia. Rinna, I spelled Rinna wrong. It's 2 N's. Let me make sure I'm spelling these right. And this one was Dowager. Orinda, I spelled Orindia. I spelled this one wrong too, damn it. It's not Orinda, it's not Orindia, it's Orinda. There. Orinda, Lydia, I don't know. Rinna, Joya, Dowager, Vea. So the ones I don't have are Vea, Lydia, Draxus. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Draxus is the one that drafts us dead ends. Do I know anything about Vea or Lydia yet? I don't think I do. So I need to figure out information about Vea, Lydia, and Draxus. Okay. Well, that's something we gotta work on. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, enjoy your lunch. So... I don't know if even going to the... Wait, do I have Tomb? I don't have Tomb, so I can't look at it right now anyway. I wonder if there's a book in the library that we can check out that would give us hints. Is there a drafting for dead ends? There is, isn't there? Drafting for dead ends. Did I have something about angels in the drafting one? Dead end drafting. I did have this. Eight erogen angels. Oh, Vea! This is Vea right here. Okay, there's our clue. Vea is the chimney sweeper. Beautiful. This was worth checking. Beautiful. Vea is chimney sweeper. Yay, we got a clue. All right, let me erase right here. So we have Lydia and Draxus. My guess is that this is Lydia. Horse. She looks like a horse riding person. Draxus is the angel of dead ends, though. I wonder if we're supposed to figure out what... Actually, if we go into the tomb, we could probably, if there are 8 angels in there, we could maybe see what that one looks like. Okay, I feel like we gotta start a new day because we need to get some outer room things going. Do I have a coat check? Do I have a coat check? I don't. I would like to get a coat check to get, I don't know, paper crown or something. Wait, didn't I get... I do have coat check. Let's go... Crap. Okay. Alright. We have some more stuff to do. Nice. I was worried I was going to be done with stuff, but... And I'm purposefully not... What is beeping at me in here? Purposefully not drafting a freezing room so that we can get that with Blessing of the Monk. Veja was also the name of the first planet you found, the Dust Planet. Does one of these list the planets? The Devoted Moon, the Something Moon. Yeah, Veya, Fenmora, Mamora, Dauja, and Mora. Okay, so some of the angels are names of planets. Dauja, Veya. Only a couple of them, but that's interesting. So there's some, unsurprisingly, connection between angel names and the planets in this galaxy world game universe, whatever. So that is pretty interesting. All right, cool. So we got stuff to do. Where's Kochek? Let's put the red crown in here, I think. Anything else I really care about? Not really. Once you've seen all 8, you'll know what the last 2 are. Okay. You know what? I'm pretty sure I know what Draxus is. He's probably the statue down at the bottom that's the Grim Reaper. Dead End, Grim Reaper, Draxus. It's probably what it is. But let's see here. I don't have... Okay, let's call it a day. But I want to call it a day in a certain room. Yeah, like the Angel of Death. That's probably what it is. So, my hope is that we draft Shrine so we can get Blessing of the Monk. But if we get Tomb, I'll take Tomb so I can take a look at the Angels. And then I guess order would be what order I move their hands down. Didn't we have to do some ordering of moving their hands to open something at one point? What is the purpose of the order of the angels? Did we have some clue about what that would do? I think I'm gonna think about not taking the compass. I'll take it. I can almost guarantee Tomb if I king black first. Do I want to do that? I'd like to get Observatory before I draft black, I feel like. I think I'd actually prefer to get Shrine first. But that might be a good idea to get Tomb for the day I do the Dead End drafting if I want to do that. I don't know. I had to do them in Roman order first to get to Draxus, to get by Fountain Underground. Now I've got a second puzzle. Well, okay, so I am right that Draxus is the god of death or whatever. Damn it. I need to get some rerolls before I come out here. Freaking useless. Guess dig spots, whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna restart the day. Trade the chips. Oh, yeah, I didn't do that. Call it a day. I'm just gonna reset it. I'm gonna reset it till I get one of the 2 things I want. Which means I lost my extra steps that I think I drafted. And the items I got from the mail, but it's whatever. We're trying to do very specific things, so I'm just gonna try to force those things. But yeah, I guess I could have done trading station and trade the chips, see what they get us. If I get bad choices again and that's one of my choices, I'll do it. Have you never done that, iWatch? Is that why you want me to do it? You're still trying to figure out what upgrade disc I don't have. Oh. How do you know I'm only missing 1? Does it say the number of discs somewhere? All right, well, let's go trading post. Let's go grab the chips and see what we got. Because my spare green room can upgrade one more time. Oh, that's how you know. Okay. Maybe that's what I'll get if I figure out whatever the angel puzzle is. Maybe I'll get an upgrade disc from that. You can get whatever you want from these things. That would be cool. All right. I'm probably still going to reset the day, but I am curious what we get here. I guess I could, if I wanted to, try to draft Treasure Trove, get the Scepter. Would the Scepter help us with anything that I'm trying to do right now? Blue Scepter might be helpful to get early Observatory for Draxus, maybe? But I trade showroom item for a disc and trading post yet. I know I did trade some showroom items, but I don't know if I traded all of them. Compass. Coupon book. Coin purse. So a bunch of small items. Coin purse gets me battery pack. Compass gets me magnifying glass. Okay. I don't think I really care about any of that. Alright. Well, there you go. Some small, junky items. You think I did get that disc? I feel like maybe I did. Am I gonna reset my day, or am I gonna try to get the scepter? I think I'm just gonna get the scepter. Or I'm gonna call it a day. You're expecting at least an allowance token from one of those, huh? Well, maybe I traded one already and got an allowance token. I don't remember. Abandoned project, yes. Yes, everything I'm doing is getting abandoned right now. Tomb, Shrine. Those are the two I care about right now. Like when Randy goes to the store in FTL and they just sell the worst systems possible. Or no systems when all I need is hacking. Allowance tokens from showroom items, huh? Alright, give me Tomb or give me Shrine. If they have both, I'll probably do Shrine first. Although maybe I should do Tomb first, because if I do Shrine, I won't get Tomb for a while. Oh, wow, that thing just appears there now, huh? That's random. I guess because I traded it in, that's why I did that. Alright, it did give me both. I think I want to do Tomb first to try to figure out the angel thing. So let's go look at the angels. And which order should we try first? Should we try the order here? This is the order we already did, so we probably don't do this order first. I think we had to do that to open up a side room. So we should try the order listed here, maybe. You know where it is. You know where what is. Random chance and lost and found. Did I not already get a disc in lost and found? I've been there a couple times. Okay, well maybe I do need to do that. Alright, I'll try to keep an eye out for lost and found when I'm not worried about losing items. Alright, so the order that we have here is Orinda first. Orinda is Crown Girl. Crown first. Second is Lydia. Who is Lydia? Lydia, I don't know. Lydia must be Horse Riding Girl if Draxus is the other one. This must be Lydia. I'm gonna assume. So Lydia, Horse Riding Girl is next. Where are you, horse riding girl? You're horse riding girl, I think. So there's that. Rinna is hoe. Rinna's a hoe. I mean, Rinna has a hoe. I would never say such things about Rinna. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. Okay. Rinna. Joya is, I think, Baker girl. Joya is Baker. Okay. Baker. After Joya is Dalja. I think Dalja is farmer. Dalja is farmer with the pitchfork. You. After Dalja is Vea. Vea is chimney sweep. This one. After Vea is Mila. Mila is maid with the broom. And last one is Draxus. It should be the one downstairs. Let's see if this is right, if this does anything. Does it say your name anywhere? Does it say Draxus anywhere? Nah, I guess it's pretty straightforward. You're Draxus. Does this do anything? Oh, we got an open. That is new. Ho! Draxus has an infinity sign. Whoa. What's up, Nietzsche? You haven't seen this area before? Me neither. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's 8th Angel, the Sideways 8 that we see all over the place. Oh. We have a red and a blue book. The Red Prince. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown of rubies and a red castle made of stone. Crossed out once. I wonder if I need a magnifying glass for this. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Once, everything. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. Okay, those are the symbols of, those are core symbols. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves, and he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. He couldn't see beyond the red shade. He was aware he never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. Is this the one that's... This is a different poem than the one that the first credit scene ran, wasn't it? Oh man, I think there's a bunch of clues in here, aren't there? But one day the prince saw something new, and if you look closely you might see it too. Blue butterfly. The skies parted, the clouds withdrew, the prince had a new favorite color, the color blue. The will mentioned something about early drafts of the book. It did. Yeah, it did mention early drafts. That must be what these are, the early drafts. This was the draft that I think his mom wanted. When we first had the credits, was this the version she read, I wonder? I don't remember. Yeah, this was the too political version. A new clue. Oh, God. No. No, not another new clue. Oh, no. Oh, I don't even know if I'm done with the original new clue. Do I need to take pictures of every new clue page now? Okay, all he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he would know what to do. If he knew what to do, he'll likely tell you, for you are looking for a new clue too. Clues come together like a pair of new shoes. Cook made. How many memos should be visible? Platform 8. Route 8 is a platform 8. Oh gosh. He had retraced his sketches and studied the files, written his theories, gone through the piles of the evidence shown to God only known, and retraced the steps as it stretched on for miles. Suspect list will add in final illustration. Depart. Dead herrings. Double check with Kirk about documents. Who's Kirk? Medium gate. Oh my gosh. Basically, this is the version he used, and his playtester said it was too easy, so he changed it. So I don't need to get all these and... Oh, here's where I put all the numbers in. Where I put the higher numbers in. Note to publisher. Insert small case numbers barely visible between the marked words above. Checked, searched every space. Swap the king with the rook. Another hint about the king-rook thing, the castling. Too much overlap with clue in this secret passage. Ah, that's the door clue telling you about the secret passage clue. He looked and he looked under beds and in nooks, too obvious. Questioned the maids, he questioned the cooks. It's already over when he spoke to the chauffeur who told him new clues were found only in books. Replace fork with something connected to 10. 10 or fork. And tome after tome that the library loaned and the books that he had that he already owned, researched from their covers all the way through. If you found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Cuckoo 2. Well, the 2 cuckoo clocks we just learned were left to like nephews or great nephews or something. Lunar renamed, tender cipher, Uncle Aw dropped the skies. Are these all the same? I think those are the same. A new clue, Uncle Aw. Change all the letters and lines that he found. Lines as in ranks or lines as in spines. He checked all the colors for each day that he wound. Each key that he wound. A nod to my uncle's parlor game. He doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting, as my mother used to call me, yeah, Merry Christmas, and found that the diction of each word was sound. Unending homophones. Merry, Merry, Gates, Gates, right, right. Yeah, that's all the same. Oh, it removed this. Denoted in verse. It removed that. That wasn't on in the new clue. He stayed up all night and studied the maps. He laid out the floor plans, measured the gaps. And if his directory was a trajectory, it was nothing short of a full mental lapse. Yeah, entrance hall, yeah. That moon wasn't there before. Interesting. From what I was told, I believe Margle's directory is currently 22 rooms short of completion. No cause for concern yet, as Uncle has thankfully removed pump room from the draft pool. Margle's directory. There's a different directory somewhere? Or does that mean our starting directory when we didn't add everything? A man obsessed and cuckoo too, they would say as he would wander through. The best medicine is not yet evidence. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. As having read this so many times, having scoured over each of the lines, have you exhausted your search? Have you seen all the signs? One sign per page, yeah. Major. Dead end in major key, XYZ, ABC. Seen all the signs, yeah. Show the entire route. The entire route isn't actually shown there. Or is there perhaps something due, something overlooked but now in view? Have you really found it? Could it really be true? If it's a new clue, you know what to do. Yeah, typed, handwritten, typed. Remind Randolph to set this up before we leave. The suspect is a key. Remove sign from this final illustration. Remind Randolph to set this up before we leave. That's weird. What we got from this was that the suspect was LEE uppercase B, and that was the archive admin key, which is where we read the things about them either killing our mom or getting rid of her body or something. Seems weird that... I wonder who made these notes. Did our mom not make these notes? Okay, is this going to be open forever, or do I need to do this every time? Because I don't know if I need to... If these clues... I assume I need to take pictures of all these. You can access You can also access archives with one of your mom's fake passport names. Really? I never tried that. Interesting. You honestly don't know, huh? Some of this looks like I might need it. Why is there a canary over Arch Aries? Crow over Orinda Aries? Swan over Morajai? Swan, canary, crow. That makes me think of Clock Tower. Swan, crow. There's no canary here. Southward I see a swan. Ashen-like sands of the shore. I don't know what this clue is telling me. Carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark of the days coming forth. That's why it's political. It's political. This is political. Oh, is yellow the color of Arch Aries? Swan is white, right? So these are supposed to be like colors. Ah, so that's saying why it's political. Interesting. Could not stand the sight of a canary. Okay, because he only liked red things. Gotcha. Was this picture the same? I don't remember this picture. So it's like his mom is trying to show him, look at these pretty things, and all he wants to look at is his book in red. Man, I don't know if I need to... If there's something deeper in those, and I don't know that I want to dive into that yet. So we did this. Done. I do need to, maybe I can try to do the dead end drafting today. Maybe I'll try to, we got like 40 minutes till our last break. Maybe I'll just try to do a dead end drafting day. Today. And then tomorrow we'll try to get set up for the money thing so we get blue tents going. There has to be something with this note. Do you know what it is, Chopsy, or is this one of those things that's like people are still trying to figure out? The in eclipse moon to the north you think is the ballroom because the picture has the in eclipse ball written on it. I do remember seeing in eclipse somewhere. Yeah, there's is eclipse and in eclipse here. And in eclipse is that the shape that's on the door. And it says in eclipse and is eclipse. Is there something about an eclipse on this? Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. So you think the moon of the north is that the eclipse that we see everywhere. Eastward I see a crow, dark of the days coming forth. No one knows what this clue is for yet. You're thinking clock tower with 4 specific rooms drafted around it. South swan equals den. Why do you think the swan is a den? Is there a swan in the den or something? There's a swan lockbox. Oh, there is. You're right. You're right. Alright, so my goal is to get Draxus if we can. But my goal is also to get as many dead ends as possible, so... Interesting. So you think that this clue right here is maybe the clock tower needs a north, east, south, and west room drafted around it, huh? So you think south is swan, you think is den because of the swan on the mantle. Ashen like sands of the shore. Is that like the color of the swan? Westwardly winds. Moon of the north. And you thought it was what? Ballroom was moon of the north? Because it has the in eclipse ball written on it. What would the eastward crow be? Eastward crow and westwardly winds. What do you have you not been able to think of those yet? I'm not sure. All right, so we got to keep an eye out for something that's westwardly winds and dark are the days coming forth and a black crow of some sort, huh? All right, observatory. We hope that there's Draxus in here. Damn, no Draxus. But we only lose like 3 steps there, right? Gain 1 coin. And reroll, so that's always good. You thought you remembered seeing a swan in the attic too? Yeah, that could be the case. Alright, so my goal is to get dead ends here. So this is 2 so far. Special key we can get. Man, I'm talking like I would be any help at all for figuring this stuff out. I'm terrible at these clues. Crow. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like palindrome where you're supposed to like crow is supposed to be, I don't know. Southward I see a swan. Ashen like sands of the shore. Eastward I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. So nobody's figured those out yet, which is kind of crazy, huh? There was a swan statue in the attic, along with a picture of the number 10. It does spell sacred. Crow, maybe treasure trove? Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. I'll be honest, it's only saying southward I see a swan, and eastward I see a crow. It doesn't actually say anything about it seeing the moon of the north. When I was up in the clock tower, you could kind of see the front of the house if you looked south, and it looked like there was like a little bell tower or something with maybe birds in it or something. I don't know. So many layers, man. So many layers. Okay, treasure trove would give me the scepter if I want it. But we're trying to do dead ends, so mirrors is dead ends too, I gotta remember. I don't have a way for security doors yet. Alright, so I wanna get dead ends at the edges. That's what I'm attempting to do right now. Have I ever walked in the locksmith shop while I had the electromagnetic magnet? Yeah, I've done that a couple times. I think Chopsy Doodle, somebody told us about that first time. It's pretty awesome. Get all the keys. So cool. Alright, so far we're not getting dead ends yet. Do I want to turn my Banner of the King on anything for dead ends? Maybe I want bedrooms, because the more bunk rooms we get, the more double dead end rooms we get. Let's try it. Today's a little bit of a bust, so we're just trying to... Oh, well, we just got a nurse's station. Let's get that in case we get a crazy good, whatchamacallit? Experiment going on. I'm gonna reread this to see the differences. Could not stand the side of a canary crow. Could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. Swan in the snow. That is different than what it said before, I think. Yeah, this is way different. It doesn't show his mom trying to show him other colors because that would be too political. Interesting. There's a lot of layers to this game. This game is really well crafted. Really well crafted game. Right, these devs are probably just frustrated ventriloquists who have to use the most obtuse ways to make riddles because of their lack of the ability to communicate. Okay. You get second and fourth column going all the way up with its splits left and right. Column 1, 3, 5 can just be dead ends. Not sure if you need to min-max like that. How many do you need to find? You need 20 dead ends. That is the same as before about the swan in the snow. Is that what it said? Okay. Second and fourth column go straight up and then dead ends all around them. Maybe that's a better way to go about it. Alright, well this one always counts as double dead ends, so I'm doing it. The hardest thing to me about this whole dead end thing is not drafting myself in the corner, which is the challenge to it, I guess. Having ways to turn would be really nice. Hallway King helps a lot. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe if I don't get Shrine tomorrow, I'll try Hallway King set to Hallway. Maybe I'll try that. Okay, that's a reroll. And a dead end. A potential reroll, I should say. If we draft a red room. If we don't draft a red room, that is. So you just draft a bunch of hallways in, like, say, row 2 and row 4, and then just do dead ends all around them. That sounds cool. Here's some rerolls. I can dead end this other one. Is that an item? He's talking about Banner of the King and choosing hallways, which is the orange thing. That's, I believe, what he's talking about. I chose bedrooms today to hopefully get the bunk beds over and over. I don't know if I can get it more than once or twice or whatever I have. Actually, if I could get... Oh, crap. If I get Chamber of Mirrors, that counts as a dead end and lets me get bunk room multiple times. That could be really good. Definitely dead end there. Go in and get our 10 steps. Car keys. Okay. I wonder, does garage count as a dead end since it goes outside? It is a dead end. Okay, so if I get garage, it does count as a dead end. Okay. do not have shovel or hammer. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, key card already. Okay, we're almost locked in here. This is looking like our dead end is not working great with items we have currently. Meow needs a damn nap. This is a lot of mapping plotting. Okay. Well, we're definitely getting a lot of bedrooms like I wanted. Okay. Need to find a key card somehow. Or security room plus other room. Utility room. Dead end that doesn't dead end, but it actually does dead end. Let's go here. Wow, we have a lot of bedrooms on this one. King is doing its work. Alright. If I can get security card for that. Okay, security. How many dead ends are we looking at so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gosh, it does not feel like we're anywhere close to hitting it this time. Hope you're doing well at Acer Chat. Meow has this subscribed for a stretching program. Okay. I'm hoping I hit. Actually, we could do Secret Garden here. And let's see here. Okay, Chamber of Mirrors is a dead end, and we can kind of get around this room if we do it right. There's no shovel or hammer in here. No. Okay. Let's go back through the passageway to hit the other switch in Courtyard of Mirrors. So I need utility room, and I will be able to continue drafting in a couple places. Okay, there's there. Utility closet, whatever it's called. So if I get in from the foundation room, which I can do, I think we will have all those doors open. Which will be nice, a dead end that is not actually a dead end. Let's do this for unlocks with shovel that we have. Let's do that. Oops, I already did that one. Okay, so we need to go in through that door for everything to be available, I think. Okay. Okay. Key card. I need utility room. Utility closet. Whatever the hell. Am I locked in now? Kennel potentially, as long as it's not a key card room. I need this to not be a key card room. We can unlock it at least with this. I need utility closet here. Going to roll for utility closet, or do I take conservatory just because it's useful? I guess I'll take it because it's useful. If this is a key card, we're screwed. Okay, it's not. That's good. All right, drafting studio. Yeah, we want to keep that rare because I've already finished that. Den is commonplace. That's fine. Den's good. Lost and found, I'm going to put it standard because I do want to go there a little more often, I think. Even though it takes a random item away from us, which can be sketchy. Can you kick in another portion of the wall? I don't know about that. Alright, so... Gosh. Alright, I need a key card from... like a chest or something. Alright, we're still alive. Come on, give me key card, give me key card. Pretty sure I get a key from observatory. Damn. Okay, well, key for a key. This is looking like, again, a failure of a dead-end day. But now I have a better idea of how to do that. We would lose so many steps if I do that. And Draxus refuses to appear in the sky for us. Okay, I can do Breaker Box, which will let me get through all these security places now. Okay. I still think we're far off of actually getting enough dead ends, but we'll try. At least our drafting's not done yet. We are going to need to go... Where's our dining room? Right in the middle, okay. So I might want to go... You have this one to get here too. And let's go. Let's get this. Did I have conference room? I do. So we have a bunch of fruit in the conference room because of Secret Garden. And we also have food in the dining room. So we do have things we can grab. Alright, so we want dead ends. Okay. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a drafting room, gain 10 steps. Well, let's just do quest bedroom because we can just gain 10 steps. Much better than having to have the conditional. Although I wonder if you have a bunch of drafting rooms, if it gives you a bunch more steps or something. Maybe it does. Maybe that stacks or something. Okay, the question is, do I want to go do the foundation thing before I go back down to get my steps? I think I'll go back to the foundation after I re-go to these entry rooms here. Yeah, because there's one over here we need to get in. One of the rooms looked unstable is why you asked, huh? I have a decent number of gear rooms. Go ahead and do that. Good. Make sure we continue drafting from here. This one I don't want to be a dead end. So let's re-roll. We want this. Okay, if I lose half my steps now and then I go back to dining room and conference room, it's not too punishing. Okay. Or not as bad as it could be, anyway. Don't know if I need that, but okay. Did we ever discover for sure if getting to room 46 counts as a dead end? I feel like we had the discussion, but a lot of people weren't sure. Dead end. All right, so now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to dining room, conference room, then we're going to go out and start drafting from the foundation. I think that's my next plan. I think this could just work. I don't know if we're going to get enough dead ends. I honestly think we might not have enough spaces for dead ends unless I can get more of the bunk rooms. I think a bunch of bunk rooms is our only way of completing it. Throne, dining. Theory, it should be. In theory, it should be. You're talking about room 46, a dead end, so it probably doesn't if it fits to the dev's MO. Wow, I feel like Meow is more bitter about this game than even I am. Crap, I went too far. Alright, but we got fruit with salt. I think we have a salt shaker. No, no salt shaker. That's okay. We still get lots of steps here. Man, I might want to take a freezer today if I can. Yeah, I'm at freezer's a dead end. We could maybe afford tomorrow the blue tents if we get a freezer, because holy crap, we are looking good on gold. Alright, so let's go back down around to the foundation. The internet is very conflicted about whether room 46 is a dead end. You say it's the consensus is 50-50. Alright. I guess the problem with it is that you don't instantly get the statue when you hit the 20 dead ends. So nobody has yet to get exactly 19 dead ends plus getting to room 46 to see if that gets you over the 20 marker, maybe. That's probably the problem with it. Let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because bunk room counts as 2. 8. 9. I wonder if Mechanarium counts as 1. 9. 10, we know that does. 11. I currently have 11. Let me check Mechanarium. Because Mechanarium could be a dead end. Where's Mechanarium? Am I blind? Why can't I find a Mechanarium? Mechanarium not in our directory? What? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Okay. I am blind. Okay, it's not a dead end. Okay. So I'm at like 11 right now or something. Under found rooms. I looked over like 3 times where I finally saw it. My bad. Alright, I still think I'm like 9 dead ends short. Can I even get 9 dead ends? I don't think it's possible, to be honest, but let's see what we can do here. Well, it actually might be possible if we get like a secret passage and a bunch of bunk rooms. All right. Man, I really just want to get a freezer now. It would make it really easy to get blue tents tomorrow if we got a freezer. Yeah, bunk room multiple times is our only way of doing it, and I just blocked myself off with that dead end. So, did I open the right side? I don't think so. So I think I have to go back through foundation. Well, actually I can go... Crap. Chamber of Mirrors I blocked off. It's fine. We can go to weight room around here. But again, it feels like it's not happening because for one thing, I didn't get Draxus. For another, I didn't draft Hallway, which I think is the way to really do this. Or do King Hallway. Crazy to me, we never found a hammer this run yet either. I wonder where the hammer is in this RNGesus. I feel like we honestly need multiple bunk rooms, which could be possible. I think bottom's blocked off by utility room, so the left side is open. Actually, I could make right side be open from Secret Garden if I need to, so I have that opportunity. Okay. Probably commissary is where the hammer is, if I didn't draft commissary yet, which I didn't. This is Drafting Strategy Volume 2. That's where we learned about Sonic and freeze your stuff. Could always Monk Blessing and roll a bunk room outside as well. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Alright, well, we're out of keys. That's not a good thing. Alright, we can swap this back now. What it needs to be for us to get through this room, which is, I think... this? Crap, no, I think I passed it actually. It's this? I think it's that. There's dirt in here to let me dig and unlock. There is not. Unfortunate. Well, I'm definitely Monk Blessing the next opportunity I get. Ooh, bedroom's a good one. I mean, attic. Bedroom. Maybe this will give me my hammer that I'm missing. Man, beautiful. Got me my key. That's great. Money, money, money. Guess we'll check a map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the right there. Compass, I mean, we have 2 more places here. It's looking kind of over unless we get bunk bed. Chamber of Mirrors wouldn't work. Yeah, I don't think, even if I got 2 more bunk beds, I don't think it would work this time. All right, what I maybe will do is just roll a bunch till we get freezer. Because holy crap, look at our money. If I just pick up my allowance, we have enough money for blue tents. Double vaults we got. So since, what are we looking at? Let's count it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm 5 short. Even if I hit bunk room, I'd be at 17. So let's see if we can roll for freezer and get blue tents tomorrow. Okay. Come on, freezer. Alright, how hard am I gonna roll for freezer? I'll use a few stars, I guess. Bam! Nice! Look at that money! 323. Okay. Do I care about the treasure map? I don't think treasure map can... Even if I got gold, I'd have to sauna. Which I could go sauna, then go treasure map, and then freeze again, actually. And if it's money, it's probably worth. Nine gems ain't bad either. Yeah. Okay. So we sauna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This Chamber of Mirrors is the dig room. I hope I can get to where I need to dig here. Oh, there it is. I saw it. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Man, if it's the coffers of another 40 gold, might not even need my allowance to be able to afford blue tents. Oh, it's gems and gold. What a combo. All right, let's go refreeze our accounts and call it a day. And our goal will be just get gift shop and unlock blue tents. So I don't really need the... Nice. I don't really need what? I don't need Blessing of the Monk for freezer anymore. This will just do it. So, alright. GG cookie time. We still haven't gotten the dead ends thing, but we might try that again. I'm gonna call it a day here with our money and our gems frozen. This should be some bedroom hotel drafted thing, I think. What is it? Royal Hotel of the Dead. 16 dead rooms. Alright, so I'm gonna say I'm sure she's your restroom. Y'all free to grab a drink, grab a snack. Tomorrow we're gonna buy the blue tents and see what that does for us. But y'all rock. See you in just a bit, my friends. Enjoy, chair, or ad time.